Do you want to include deaf people in your conversations, but you're not quite sure how? Well, good news. I'm here to help you. Deaf people want to feel valued and appreciated. It's a basic human need. So please don't exclude us from your conversations because it's easy to make mistakes, which can leave deaf people feeling rejected. If you want to find out how to include a deaf person in your conversations, stay tuned. Hey, it's Lisa Mills here from Lisa Mills Online, the place to be to learn sign language the fun and easy way. In this video, I'll show you how you can include deaf people in your conversations. And by deaf, I mean anyone with a hearing loss. Did you know that hearing loss affects 1 in 6 people? And that's likely to change to 1 in 4 people with our increasing use of technology. With these statistics, you're likely to have deaf people in your life too. A deaf neighbour, colleague, friend, parent, or a family member. My husband is deaf. Many of my friends are deaf. My father is becoming deaf, and I'm deaf from birth. There's many of us out there. So, wouldn't you love to be more inclusive? It makes all the difference to deaf people like me because it's hard trying to keep up with the hearing conversation when you're deaf. And being excluded just isn't fun, especially if you're a social person like me. It's a miserable experience and you feel very isolated and alone. It happens more often than not, and it's not great for our self-esteem or for building trust in hearing people. So that said, here's how you can help. 1. Keep your language concise and precise. Save your lengthy conversations without signing for another time and place. Make your conversation topic clear at the start of your sentences. This will give deaf people good context and allow them to be active in the conversation. For example, in English we say, I want to go to the movies. But to make this sentence deaf-friendly, put the word movies at the start of your statement, like this: movies, go, I want. Also, don't go off the topic unless you can back it up with signing, pen and paper, or finger spelling, because the conversation just becomes too confusing for deaf people. 2. My second tip is don't allow everyone to all talk at once. Instead, allow each person to talk one at a time at a steady pace. Hearing people love to talk all at once, but for a deaf person, it's like watching a ping pong ball match. It's hectic and exhausting to follow. Also, remember to pause before responding and give a visual cue that you're talking. These communication tips will help to reduce the guesswork for the deaf person. They'll be able to locate who's talking and focus on your lips for lip reading, and with luck, they'll catch most of what you're saying. 3. Finally, allow the deaf person to choose their preferred seat. This way, they can see everyone in the conversation. Prepare to adjust your seating arrangements no matter when they arrive. And please, don't change your seating positions later. Hearing people love to do this at social gatherings. Or save a spot for your deaf friend. But don't assume you know the best seat. Let them sit where they're most comfortable so that the hearing conversation isn't too overwhelming. For example, we usually prefer not to sit next to someone who is hard to lip read, or else it's really awkward when we can't follow what they're saying. And that's it. 3 simple but effective tips which can make a world of difference to a deaf person when you're wanting to include them in your conversations. Just to recap. 1. Make your language concise and precise. 2. Communicate by talking one at a time and at a steady pace. 3. Adjust your seating arrangement to reduce the overwhelm for the deaf person. When you apply these tips, deaf people will feel valued and appreciated. They'll want to hang out with you and have more conversations. and you'll form wonderful friendships too. If you enjoyed this, please check out the freebie below. I'll see you soon for my next video.